So now let's talk about creating sweeps with the help of Selection Manager. Now once again I'm going to use this part, and here we have this tiny profile. As you can see, we have this one, and I just want to sweep it right along its edges. So along this outer edge I just want to sweep it. Now of course you know that this is created with separate disjoint edges, and if you try sweeping this profile along the path, it will only sweep up to the first profile and it's going to ignore everything else. So to get rid of this problem, you can actually connect all of these disjoint edges using composite curve. But this composite curve option is also not required because we have a tool called Selection Manager that we can use in this case. So let's go to sweep, and I'm going to start with profile, and this is the profile. Now the next thing is path. So if I just select this path now, you'll see that it's only going to sweep up to this one, and if I select the next edges, it won't select it. So we cannot do that. So I'll just right click and select clear selection. Okay, now you can right click here and select Selection Manager, or you can also right click anywhere in the empty area and select the Selection Manager option, and this tiny palette will show up. Now using this palette, you can select several edges. So we have options like selecting an open loop, and these two are going to work for sketches, not for 3D edges. And then we have the select group. So in this case, we are going to select this option, select group. And now I'm going to select the first edge, and you can also select multiple edges now, or you can click on this tangent propagation, and that's going to select all the edges which are connected from end to end in tangential direction. So that's selected. Now click OK. And here we are, we've got the sweep, and we don't even need to create any additional sketch for this. So click OK, and this is how it's going to create this. Now as you can see, we have this profile here, so we can of course fix this using one small adjustment here in the options. So you can just go to options and select align with end faces, and that's going to fix that as well. And here we are, we have got the final sweep. All right, let's see it here in this example. So we have sketches here, and once again we have a profile here which we want to sweep right along these paths. So again, I'll go to sweep, and as you know, I'm going to start with a sketch profile, and for the path, once again I'm going to use Selection Manager. Now of course you can also select single path here if you want to, or if you don't want to, you can select this entire path as well. But in this case, let's see what options we have before we actually select this. So I'll right click and go to Selection Manager. That's going to show up, and now we have options like this closed loop. Select this, and now you will be able to select this entire loop with just one single click. So you don't even need to select all of these edges now. It's going to select it all using one single click. Not only that, if you want to select an open loop, then you can select this option and then click on this open loop, and that's going to select the open loop. Of course, this won't sweep this profile along this path because it's not properly aligned here. So you just need to create something anywhere on this path in order to sweep it properly. But yes, it will work once you have created that. So in this case, I'll go to the first option, which is this closed loop, and I've selected that. Click OK, and there we are. We've got the sweep profile. So let's just exit out of this, and I'm going to clear selection, and once again let's see what else we can do. So right click, Selection Manager, and now here we also have this option of selecting group. Now using this, you can select your own set of objects. So what if we only want to sweep it up to this point? So in that case, instead of selecting the entire loop, you can select a group and select your required set of edges. Once you have selected that, you can click OK, and here we are. It's going to sweep only up to selected edges. We also have a tool here called region. So I'll just clear the selection again, Selection Manager, and we have a region here. But this region is completely useless for our current example, and it's only helpful wherever you want to select regions. As you know, in this case, we don't want to select a region. We are selecting edges. So in this case, it's completely redundant. So in this way, you can select regions. So for tools like extrude and revolve, you may want to use this region feature. By default, a single selection or the standard selection is checked, which allows you to select just one single edge here. So in this case, I'll switch back to select group, and now I'm going to select just 3 edges, and we are done.